Let's look at a couple curved graphs because this is where students tend to have more trouble. So I'm going to draw position graphs that instead of being nice straight lines, they are going to bend. So here's one. And here is another one. All right, I'm going to put some numbers on the side. So 0, 5, 10, 0, 5, 10. All right, in the first graph, notice that we started down low. That means that we're near the reference. In fact, we're at position 0. So I'm going to say initial position equals 0. Remember that to abbreviate the initial position, we do X and a small 0. Now, this particular graph is going uphill, which means that the object is moving away from the reference. It's getting further and further up the axis. But as it goes, I like to imagine that there is a little person hiking on the graph. And I'm going to ask that person, as you walk up the graph, is it getting more steep or less steep? And notice by the time they reach the top, it's almost flat. So that means that the graph, as they go up, is getting less steep. And what that tells me is that this object is slowing down. So again, the important things to recognize: the initial position was 0, the object is moving away, and they're slowing down. If we look at the second graph, we're going to see that the initial position was 10. It started up very high on the axis. And this graph is going downhill. Downhill means that it's coming toward the reference, or you might think of this as being backwards. It's going the wrong way. This time, if I place a hiker on the hill, by the time he reaches the end of the graph, like that is impossibly steep. He would have fallen off the edge. That's almost a cliff. So the graph is getting more steep. And what that is telling me is that this object is gaining speed. In other words, it's getting faster. So this object started at position 10, is coming towards the reference, and it's getting faster as it goes. Even though curved graphs can be intimidating at first, once you have practiced what to look at, they're not that bad, and most students can do very well with them.